What I have for you today is a supported pose lying on your side to create some space through the sides of the rib cage and also through your shoulders. What you'll need for props would be, say, 2 blankets or 2 folded bath towels, as well as a pillow or some cushion to perhaps optionally place between your knees. So I'm going to start lying on the left side. As I set myself up, I'm going to take one of my blankets. I'm just going to open it up to a rectangle shape and then fold it so it's about maybe 2 to 3 inches thick. You could also do a rolled blanket, but I sort of like this flatter position, the flatter fold here. And then you'll just place that down along your mat, perpendicular, okay, not the long way. And then you'll take your second blanket and you'll have that itself in a square, and then make that thick enough so that you have support for your head. I've also done this where if I didn't have a second blanket, I used a yoga block under my head. It's a little bit firmer, not as comfortable, so you choose whether blanket or block works for you. What we're going to do is have your other cushion handy for between your knees. You're going to lie over this roll here, or folded blanket, where it's just 2 inches or so below the armpit. So it goes right on the side chest here. So I'm going to start on my left-hand side, so come to my left hip, and then I'll come down, and I have my left arm straight, and then my head on the blanket. Now I'm going to take my microphone off, just so hopefully you can hear my voice okay. Sometimes, again, you might want to have something between your knees that can feel comfortable and also bring a little bit more balance to your pelvis. So from this position now, just tune in. You want to check to make sure that this feels comfortable. And so the roll is, again, right under my side of my torso. So I'm just going to have my top arm here alongside my hip and just take a few slow breaths, relaxing into this position. Now, when we breathe in, the ribs are meant to expand a little bit sideways, front and back, to allow for the lungs to inflate, to help bring the breath in. And then as we exhale, the breath flows out through the nose. So this is a very little bit of a side bend, starting to open up this top side here, the muscles in between your rib cage. So this is great just on its own to say do 3 to 5 minutes per side. So you would stay 3 to 5 minutes in this breathing practice and then turn over to the right-hand side or your other side and do 3 to 5 minutes there. We're just going to add a little arm movement as well. So this top arm now, I'm just going to turn my thumb so it points up to the sky. And then slowly bringing the arm up to the sky. And then starting to go towards the overhead position. Any pain or strain here, you just pause and then return the arm back. So we don't want to push through pain. We only want to go as far as there is no discomfort, not even any little whisper of strain. And then coming back. So it's not about how far you're able to get your arm. It's more about quality of the movement. As your arm comes overhead, pause there and then bring the arm back down. Sometimes what I will see is the arm will come up, and then when it gets to about shoulder height, it'll start to go backwards and then go up. And that can just be, for sometimes folks, the muscle tension pattern is just arranged in a way that the arm sort of goes around the tension. So if you can sense when your arm is coming up, keeping it straight up as it goes overhead. And then back down again. And I would say about 30 seconds, lifting and lowering your arm. and then pause. And then you would do this same movement on the second side. So turning over, press yourself up, and then I'll have my back. Well, I think I'll actually turn myself around so that I can see you as I arrange myself. So I take my roll again, or fold here, blanket, take my head support. Now you could just flip over and face the wall, right? You don't have to do all this flip-flop, but I'm just doing this for the sake of our time together. And then you'll have your leg support. So then just 2 inches under the armpit. So we're coming on down here. And make sure it's not on your waist, but just, again, at the side rib cage. And then bringing some support under your head, and I like to have a pillow here between my knees because why not, right? And then we'll just be here now, breathing nice and easy. Just relax first. Take a pause in your day. And just visualizing how this is creating space. Space so that the ribs can move sideways, front and back. Bringing in the lovely breath. And then the exhale out through the nose. After a few breaths, we'll just turn your thumb up on this top arm here. And again, bringing it right up, staying alongside the torso, towards the overhead position, and then back down to the hip again. So just noticing when your arm comes up, does it start to pull backwards? We don't want to go there, so we just want to keep the arm in the side plane of motion. Nice and easy. My elbows staying bent the whole way, just a little bit. Just being curious about your movement here. Remember, not pushing through pain, staying in your comfortable range. And about 30 seconds of this movement up and down. And then go ahead and relax again. Take a little break here. Well deserved. And then when you're done, you can bring your hands to the floor and press yourself away from the ground. And so that's a really nice side lying position to work with to free up through the shoulders and even into your breath. So have fun with this movement, and I look forward to seeing you soon.